believe it's episode 3.
I know. This went by quick.
Yeah, we're already 3 episodes into the Lux Life podcast. It seems like it was so long in the making, just because it's been like in our hearts and minds and souls for,
a long
months
time.
and years, I believe.
Yeah.
So now it seems like it's going by fast.
I know.
It was slow and now it's fast.
All that work, it's like, now we're to the good part, but this is fun.
Yeah.
I like talking.
Yeah. So, me too. Like, we've literally just landed our perfect gig, right?
Seriously. Watch out, Oprah.
Yeah. Time for something fresh. So yeah, I am super excited about our theme for this episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is something that a lot of people ask me about. I know they ask you about as well. And it's, what do we do every day? Like a day in our life as a working entrepreneur, business owner, mom, wife, all the things.
Yeah.
I have had a few people who, when they realize what all I do in a day, they're like, oh, wow, I don't do nothing. And of course, let me preface this whole topic by saying we do not believe in comparison at the Lux Life podcast.
Right.
So that's not what this is about. We believe in inspiration. We believe in empowerment. And so if you are listening, maybe there's somebody listening to us who they don't feel like they get as much done in a day as they should. It's not about getting a lot done.
Right.
It's about moving with passion, moving with purpose, moving through your day, moving through your week with intention. And I do see a lot of people who have dreams and goals even, and then they wonder why they never see it come into fruition. And it's like, honey, there's 24 hours in a day. You're only sleeping, if you're over 40, I know you ain't sleeping for 8 of them, because I haven't done that in almost 2 years. You just don't, you're not sleeping your life away. You're not spending all of your time eating. There's responsibilities that have to happen to survive, but we've got a lot of dead time in our days.
Yeah.
And I think that is what anyone who is listening to this episode, that is what they should focus on, is how can I find some inspiration to empower me, not compare my life to Mercedes or Candace. And I mean, hey, maybe there's somebody listening thinking, they don't get anything done. I get way more done than that. If that's true, then
more power to you.
Send us an email. Go to the luxlifepodcast.com, sign up for our email, and send us an email and tell us what we need to add in, right? So we'll get to all of that, and then we'll get to some tips and tricks and all those good things like we do in our episodes. But I did just want to say that this isn't about comparison.
Right.
Everybody's life is different. Yes, sometimes I work until midnight, but then sometimes I say, I'm not going to the office.
I'm not working today.
Screw all this bull crap. I'm going to get a pedicure.
Yeah.
I'm going to the spa. I'm going out of town.
Right.
And that's where the balance comes in.
Yeah.
That's where the reward comes in for the late days that we do work.
Right.
And so I guess I just wanted to focus on that. Me being the big sister to everybody, like, don't get your panties in a wad. Don't think that you got to go change your whole life.
Yeah.
Just look for a piece of inspiration. Look for something to empower you. That's all. And enjoy some laughs and some good ideas, because I'm sure that's going to be present in this episode.
Yeah, for sure.
So, before we get into all that, though, why don't you tell us a Lux moment that you have had in the last week?
Okay, well, if you've been following me on social media, you know my husband says the sweetest things. I've been posting about them, and I'll tell you one. I did post about it, but in case you missed it, we were just like, I don't know, in our room, getting ready for bed, whatever, and we were talking about statistics, because I think this is actually a healthy conversation to remind yourself how far you've come. And you know this because Joe was married before. You have a blended family because he, had a stepdaughter. So all the odds are stacked against us, right? So we've got you've got the blended family, a divorce. You've got, for us, interracial couple. Like, everything is stacked against us. And we were talking about that. And as sweet as he could be, he was like, the statistics have been stacked against us. The odds are stacked against us, but we've come busting through, babe. And it was just so sweet.
And
I was
you
like,
have.
You're so sweet. It was just so sweet. Yeah. And it is true. And I think, like, just reminding yourself, because there are really hard days. Okay? There's really hard days for for everybody in the family.
Yeah.
And I love how the Bible says you overcome by the word of your testimony. And sometimes you have to rehearse that back to yourself and be like, you know what? We have come through. We've been together 13 and a half years. I think we're going to be just fine. You know what I mean? So it was just really sweet when he says stuff like that.
I love it. And he's a sweetheart.
For sure.
He's got the tender heart.
Yes.
And he's my bro, so I can say that.
So, yeah. Well, listen, we're going to pop into this, and I'm going to let you start off because they are waiting to know, what does Candy? That's what I call her. Okay, that's her nickname. What does Candace Casey do on a day-to-day basis? What does a day in her life look like? Because, I mean, you're like a mama, a wife, business owner, big sis, bestie. Like, you got a lot of balls to juggle and stuff. And so we want to know what happens in your life from the time you open your eyes to the time you shut them.
All right. So I really don't know any other way to do it. Just go through it like that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just be real about some of the things.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're listening, we assume we have a lot of ladies listening, but if you're a man listening, you know what? You might actually get some insight into your 41-year-old wife's life by listening to this. There might be things that she's not telling you. Like how many times she has to get up and go pee during the night, or how many hours she's sleeping. Or maybe she's very vocal and she tells you more than you want to know. But I usually wake up before my alarm goes off.
Oh, okay.
So it's not because I'm so punctual. I saw that look on your face. It's because I have to pee. You know, as I've gotten older, I've gotten better about making sure that I get all my water in, and that I'm not always good about making sure I get it in before a certain time in the evening. So, and I wake up with like a dry mouth. So I have like my big giant tumbler of ice water with the good ice. Because you know I got to have the good ice. Yep. And if you know, you know. If you don't know, go look it up. We'll figure it out. I've got my good ice, my cold water, and so I have to pee. So I usually, it's a good night's sleep if I can make it until like 5:30 or 6. And then I get up and use the bathroom, and then I take advantage of that. I will lay back down. I don't just hit the ground running. I guess some people say that's the best way to be. I do need a minute. I need a few minutes. And so I will usually lay back down, and I still have my alarm on, so I know that I'm not going to fall back asleep and oversleep. But I will lay back down, and I'll just begin to think about my day, not responsibilities, but like what kind of day I want to have. And then I do eventually venture over into responsibilities the closer it gets to time to get up, which does get on my husband's nerves because he's usually awake. Okay, so let me say that. He is a day trader. He is trading the markets at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning a lot of the time. So maybe I don't have to pee, and maybe the clicking on his laptop is waking me up.
Oh, and he's up working in bed.
Yeah. In the Tempur-Pedic split king adjustable bed, because that's what you do when you are a day trader and you work from home, right?
That's fun. So you wake up to the sound of him on the keyboard.
And so I do eventually get my mind over onto the day and just what the day is going to hold. My mistake is sometimes talking to him about it right then, because he doesn't want to know that yet. He's in trading mode. His mornings are very sacred to him. And so sometimes I do better when I just keep the game plan to myself. But I have, and we'll go through this a lot in a future episode, I'm sure, but I have what I call beautiful rituals. And this is something that I know that God gave it to me during a time when I was going through grief therapy. After I lost a couple of people. I've lost a lot of people in life, but a couple of them that really
hit you hard,
punched me in the gut. And I went through some therapy. And during that process, along with A Date with Destiny with Tony Robbins and his wife, and just a whole stacking of transformative things that I went through, I developed these beautiful rituals. And it's really, some people call it self-care. Some people call it, practicing mindfulness and peacefulness. But I have 10 things I do every morning when I get up. And they're simple things. Like, number 1 is use the bathroom. Number 2, drink some water. And I'm not going to go through all 10 things because I'll do that at another time. But I have these things, and they're simple. When it's time to actually get out of the bed, I make the bed. That comes from me telling myself, you're not going to be depressed. Depressed in my mind, right? I know depression looks different on everybody. Grief looks different on everybody. But there was a time for me when I didn't want to get out of the bed and start the day. And so I can't get back in the bed if it's made, right? That's how crazy my mind is, right?
Yeah.
And so once I've made the bed, well, I don't want to get back in it. It's time to get on with my day. And depressed people don't make their bed. Now, again, that doesn't mean that that's what everybody struggles with depression, but for me. So I'm talking to myself by making the bed.
Right.
I wash my face and do my skincare and put on my makeup, which is usually a light face of makeup for working from home, right?
Yeah.
And while I'm looking at myself in the mirror, washing my face, I have like positive affirmations that I say to myself. Because when else in my day am I looking myself in the eyes? It's when I'm washing my face.
Yeah.
So I do that. Of course, brush teeth. Like, it's just simple things, but it's a routine. It's a ritual that I do in the mornings. And then I put on, one of the things is, we love to call it our comfy chic clothes, right? You got on one of my favorite kind of outfits right now. Matching sets.
Yes.
Girl.
These are the truth.
The Lux Life is Amazon matching sets.
Amazon matching sets.
Stretchy material.
Yes.
Flowy. Comfortable.
You can dress it up or dress it down.
Yes.
It's great.
I wore suits and heels for so many years.
Coming into the office, I don't miss dress.
I do not miss putting on those pencil skirts and heels that our retiree clients expected to see their wealth manager wearing.
Right.
So I fully enjoy putting on my comfy matching sets.
Seriously.
And I'm wearing jeans right now, but I do not think, on a side note, whoever says that jeans are comfortable, like,
I can't.
The devil is a lie. Like,
they're cute.
Yeah. I mean,
but they're just not comfy.
They're not. So comfy chic. Then I make my coffee. I'm not like a crazy coffee drinker, but I'm going to have a cup first thing in the morning.
Do you drink all of your cup of coffee?
Girl, I know why you're asking that. Because you know what I do. I sip on it. I hold it. Its warmth is warming my soul. And I smell it.
I feel like you like the aesthetic.
And then I drink it. And then I'm drinking it too slow. And it gets cold.
Yeah.
And then I put it in the microwave.
And then sometimes you forget about it in the microwave.
You know, back in the day when we were working together in the office, in Casey Wealth, you would go and like bring me coffee and be like, you left this in the microwave.
Literally.
I warmed it back up for you because it was already cold again.
I'm like, I've never seen somebody do this.
So, I mean, I do know that they have coffee warmers.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, if anybody was wanting to get me a gift, I would
might be
take
a good one.
And so, yes, I make my coffee. I think part of it is like the act of making it too. Like it just
therapeutic.
It feels therapeutic, and it feels like the transition, like, okay, now I've got the coffee. Like, now it's time.
It's the
to
American
go to the desk.
way.
Yeah,
it's like I feel like it's a psychological thing.
It's
coffee and waking up.
It's time to go to work. I have a sign on my desk that says "No coffee, no worky." So I will do that. Now, different mornings of the week do look a little different. I recently I have a virtual assistant, and she recently made an excellent suggestion to me to use AI to optimize my weekly schedule, which I thought was pretty optimized until I gave this prompt to ChatGPT, and I was like, oh, dang, this is good. So I'll just tell you my quick highlights of it because it does have something to do with that day of my life. So Mondays and Fridays, which we kind of you already know that was sort of a mode that we had with our wealth management firm. Mondays and Fridays, we work on the business, right? We now call those CEO days. So Mondays are like admin CEO days. I'm working on just that more boring. I don't really need to interact with people. It's a Monday. Who even likes Mondays? Nobody. I am not. You like Mondays? No.
It's my favorite day of the week, but go ahead.
I will say this. I like Mondays because of the way I do Mondays.
Yeah.
Right? And that's probably what you like. A regular person's Monday, we don't like. Like, you just enjoy
a regular person.
A regular person.
We're not trying to offend y'all.
No, I just mean like
a regular person.
We have a whole thing about regular.
A regular.
I guess we have to explain all the inside jokes.
I know.
My pawpaw would always say that. Yes, I'm from Tennessee. I'm an educated, sophisticated lady, but I say pawpaw. I was the first grandkid. They tried to get me to say papaw, like that's a lot better, but no, it came out pawpaw. So yeah. But he always said, you'd say, well, what do you want for dinner, Paul? Oh, just a regular dinner.
I love it. I'll never forget it.
Just a regular dinner. And what he meant by that was a meat, a starch, a vegetable, and some type of bread.
Yeah.
And
that's a regular dinner.
So he didn't want spaghetti. No, that's not regular. So anyway, that's what we mean when we say regular.
Yeah.
No offense. We're just not regular. We are irregular.
We're Lux.
Yeah. So if you identify with that, Mondays being like the whole blase, we've just made Mondays be better, and that's why we like them. So I work on that admin type stuff, and then it's also a day for me to do errands or doctor's appointments or things that once I get into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, those are, some people call them revenue days, some people call them meeting days, client-facing days, whatever you want to call it or whatever industry you're in. Yeah. Those are those days that I know I'm probably going to work late. I don't schedule things outside the office usually those days. It's just jam me meeting to meeting back to back all day. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah. I'm game. Then when I'm done on Thursday, I may or may not work on Friday. It just depends. Yeah. It's a CEO day, and it might mean I don't see myself coming to this office today.
It's a CEO day. I don't see myself coming.
I just don't see it.
That's freaking hilarious.
Or it's creating content, that kind of stuff. So it's just not as heavy. So I preface that by saying, also on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, we have day trading group coaching calls. Those start at 8 a.m. So those are the get your Zoom makeup on, at least have on a nice outfit from the waist up. You're going to be on Zoom, and get into the trading room and make some trades, make some moolah before the day really starts. So that's what those mornings. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, I'm earlier getting on this whole process. Mondays and Fridays, I'm a little more relaxed about the process, but I still go through the same morning routine. We eat lunch at home. We work from home, so I try to go to the grocery store on the weekends and start off the week with what we need. A lot of times we don't do breakfast. I think it's an inadvertent way of doing, like, intermittent fasting. It's just, we're not ready to eat. We're hitting the ground running early. And so usually about mid-morning, it's more like a brunch that we do, like 11:30. And, I'm warming up my coffee by then. And then it's work. Just get stuff done, right? Get it done. I have a work style that I am a multitasker, but I don't multitask the work tasks that I'm doing, if that makes sense. I time block. So I'm going to work on the same type of work all in one cluster. And I'm going to do that until it's finished, and then I'm going to the next type of work, if that makes sense. I don't do, like bouncing back and forth. Now, will I have music playing? Will I have a video playing? Will I have a TV playing? Joe and I are like the movie people. We have a TV with some kind of movie going.
We've seen every episode of Law and Order SVU.
Every single one.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
that's fun.
Literally, I could probably quote Mariska Hargitay, like everything she says, right?
That's hilarious.
So, like that sound, that like hammer sound that's in the music, the song. Yeah, it's in my dreams. So, we usually try to finish work at a normal time. I know sometimes I say, oh yeah, I'll work till midnight if I have to. I mean, at this point in my life, this is our 9th business. I know how to time my work through a day. I know how to manage things to where I don't have to do that usually. But look, then on the flip side, when there's a deadline, there's a deadline.
Right.
Got to get it done. Got to get it done. And so a normal day is to be done around 5, 6 o'clock and segue up to making dinner. And my kids are kitchen kids, I guess.
Kitchen kids? I've not heard of this.
That's a phrase that I should coin. And by that, I mean, they just like to be in the kitchen while I'm cooking.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Kitchen kids.
Yeah, it's pretty cute, isn't it?
That's cute.
So, we've got the island and the bar stools, and I'm moving around the kitchen working on dinner. And they just gravitate, gravitate to sitting on the bar stools. They're telling me about their day. I will take advantage of the fact that they're there and be like, hey, run out to the deep freeze and get me this, or run, to the pantry downstairs and get me that.
Get a little help.
Yes. And or here, cut these vegetables. So, it's a good time that we kind of
spend it
connect.
Together.
Yeah. And I used to make a lot more comfort food. My weight has been all over the charts over the years. I think with a lot of the like loss and grief that I had as a young kid, that was just something. That's what Southern people, especially church people, that's what they do to make you feel better. They bring you food, and it's going to be carbohydrates.
It's going to be carbs and sugar.
It's going to be fat. It's going to be. So I have learned through the years how to make more balanced meals and be more about the nutrition. But I'm still going to use some bacon grease when I make Brussels sprouts. It's just happening, right?
That's the only way they're going to taste good.
Exactly. And so we make it through dinner. And sometimes it's, like I said, like my kids being at camp or people traveling. When Greenlee is away at the dorms at Asbury, he doesn't live here now. And so
it's a little bit different.
Yeah. And so sometimes dinner looks different. Sometimes it's just Joe, myself, and Ben. So yeah, sometimes we'll run down the road and get dinner, but that usually is a way for us to get out of the house because we work from home.
Right.
So sometimes
you need to
go get a Blaze pizza or whatever because we just need a change of scenery.
Yeah.
There are a couple of nights a week that I go out to the gym. We have a workout room at our home. But again, sometimes I'm doing that just to get out of the house, connect with a girlfriend. I have my good friend Brandy that teaches spin, and she makes me sweat and want to scream. And so I try to be very routine with that, trying to take care of myself as I age. I don't need to be a runway model, but I need to be healthy, right?
Right.
So that's what I shoot for. And yeah, we're not we don't stay up late intentionally in our house. But I don't always go to sleep early. So it's everyone kind of goes to their separate corners around between 8 and 9 o'clock in my house. And that's time to just unwind, settle down. I have 10 beautiful rituals that I do at night. I've got essential oils and, all the things that I do. Now those rituals include lots of magnesium, we've got that spray for our feet. And just all the things to wind my body and my mind down so that I can go to sleep. And then usually Joe is asleep before me because he wakes up so early trading. And I listen to him snore for a while. Then I turn on my sound machine and drown out the snoring.
That's freaking hilarious.
I have started using a silk eye mask.
Ooh.
That forces me to put down the phone, turn off
That's
you can't have a screen if you have an eye mask on.
Ooh, I'm going to try that one.
Yeah.
That's good.
And sometimes I will still not be able to fall asleep, and so it comes back off. I mean, I'm not just going to sit there and look at the darkness. I pray.
Yeah.
And if I'm still not sleepy, I will absolutely look at TikTok like a regular person.
That's when we are regular. Doom scrolling.
Right.
That's funny.
And so anyway, that is pretty much a day in my life.
Well, it sounds very luxe. and busy, but you balance the busy, you know how to balance it to the day that you need it to go to.
Yeah, I really do think that if every day was just a crazy, wild, long day in the office, I've lived that life and I'm past that right now.
Been there, done that.
If in my mind I can brace myself for a long, wild Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then the rest of the days are lugs.
I love it. Are we mentioning? We didn't mention what you do on Sundays or the weekends.
Let's talk about that. So Saturdays have always been the relax day, but also a work on the house day. So I know those are a little bit contradictory, but it's sleep in, rest. Now I have started this past year going to spin class on Saturdays, but I can take a nap when I come home if I need to.
Right.
And then we clean our house. Yes, we clean our house. I do have a wonderful cleaning company, a wonderful lady with a great team that has been helping me keep my home pristine and clean for years, but she does not come on a weekly basis. She comes once a month, and the rest of the time, the people who live in my house and make it dirty, clean it.
Maintenance.
We decided a long time ago that we didn't want the boys, especially, this was even before Greenlee moved in with us, we didn't want the boys to grow up and not know how to clean a toilet.
Yeah.
Or how to use, Windex and clean the mirror.
And that's a good point, though, as entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneurs. Listen, we've been kids. We had to clean, we're ready to spoil ourselves, but we got to be careful not to spoil our kids. Because all the things that we want, a cleaner, maybe somebody to come and cook, these are things that when you can afford them, it's great. But you got to be careful that you don't let that, your kids get spoiled by that and not know how to do anything.
Absolutely. And it is definitely, it's not just a risk.
It'll happen.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And so, what is it? I'm pretty sure I saw it was Shaq saying to his kids,
I already know what you're going to say.
you're not rich. I'm rich.
I'm
like,
rich. You're
not rich.
That's freaking
Like,
hilarious.
I made this and you get to live here and enjoy it, but you're going to go put some laundry, get that laundry out of the dryer, fold those towels and go put them up in your closet to dry your butt off when you get out of the shower later.
I love it. That was a good one.
It's just about being responsible, and that's really what it's about. But yeah, they don't clean that great, so I still have people come and do it professionally once a month.
But at least they tried.
Yes, at least they know. They know. And they know what I mean when I say, like, get it company ready. That means you just pretend like somebody is coming over here and I'm giving them a tour of this house. I'm going to open your closet. They're going to look under your bed. That's what I mean when I say get it ready for company.
Yeah.
And so I think that's an important thing to have, like, code words. That's just a little, maybe I should have saved it. Remind me to come back to code words and the tips and tricks.
Oh, okay. Good.
So, so Saturdays is all about, like, having fun, and resting, but also getting our life in order.
Yeah.
The most of the resting is coming on Sunday. Whatever. In our Christian culture in America, Sunday is observed as a Sabbath. I'm not getting into
when the real Sabbath is.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into that. Whatever day you recognize as the Sabbath, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just rest and worship. That's what that's for. There was a period of time, well, my whole entire life, till the last few years, that Sunday was not a day of rest. It was barely a day of worship because it was so much work. Being in the ministry, whether it's the family ministry or volunteering in other ministries I've been a part of. When you are a high capacity leader, whether it's in ministry or, I don't know, multi-level marketing businesses that people want, people will seek you out.
Yeah.
And they want, it's not always an intentionally bad thing either. They're just drawn to your leadership and they see that your capacity to lead,
to manage, to get crap done.
Yes, to get crap done and bring results. And it's just, well, who doesn't want to work with a person like that?
Right.
And so it's up to us to protect ourselves from saying yes to too much.
To everything.
Yes. And to let ourselves feel guilty that, like, we have to do something, like it's our duty and obligation. It's our duty on the Sabbath to rest and worship the Lord.
Yeah.
Most times these days, I do that at church. At an 11:15 service, because I am not waking up early.
We did that all of our lives. We're done.
As Joe says, I've done that.
Yeah. Done it.
I've done it. There are other days when I need a lot of rest. Maybe my week was very full. Maybe I traveled for business and I need to be at home and literally rest my body. Well, we had this wonderful time called COVID that everything, if you didn't go to a church that streams before, they do it now. Yeah. I promise you.
Yeah.
And you can be in church online.
Yeah.
And so that's what I do if I don't make it into the church house, which I do try. It's the goal is to be there in person, because there is something about being there in person that
it's good. Corporate.
It's good for your soul.
Corporate worship and learning together. It's good.
We're not real big go out to restaurants on Sundays people, because we don't like to fight the crowds of other church people. I'm just being honest. So we'll usually, a lot of, like when I was growing up, it was go home and a big Sunday dinner because, go to grandmother's house, that kind of thing. Or my dad was preaching somewhere and we were taken out to eat.
Yes, that too.
We are a whole lot more like go home, eat something quick from the kitchen, lay down, take a nap, and then in the off shift when everybody else is like done at the restaurants, go out to eat.
Yeah, that makes sense too. That's a good strategy.
Yeah. Or clean out the fridge from whatever leftovers from the week and just stay in your stretchy pants until Monday.
Until it's time to
you got a clean house, right? You got a clean house. You've got groceries. I usually do that on Saturday. So Sundays are chill.
I love it.
Okay. That's a day in my life.
Okay.
Let's hear yours.
Day in my life. So I'll go through the week. Now, I will preface this by saying there are different seasons that we are in when things don't look the same. So I was just talking to my husband about this last night, because there's seasons where I'm telling you, we are just like, it's like clockwork. Everything is just smooth. There's a lot of breathing room as far as like the business isn't needed to be babysat, like, and we're just like having a ball together. And then there are other times like the season we're in now where it's like, okay, it's boom, 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 got to get this done. There's stuff with the house, the kids, like, so you go through seasons in life where your routine is kind of different. But I'll give you kind of like the core pieces. So my schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday is what I work. Mondays I have meetings. Wednesdays are my to-do days, like when I'm actually working in the business, doing tasks. And then Friday are my CEO days where it's visionary, planning. I budget every Friday and look over my money because every dollar counts. And let me just throw that in there. If you're not tracking your money, you need to know where it's going. For sure. That's a whole other thing when we get into finance. But anyway, so I do that on Fridays. I wake up in the morning, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays especially, because it's more of a routine day, since those are my days of work. I wake up. I don't have an alarm clock. I wake up like pretty much like you said. Your body just wakes you up, probably like around anywhere between like 6:45 and 7:15, and then I use the bathroom. I mean, it's I'm like the first thing you do, And then I this is so weird. I don't know if y'all. I mean, I will go use the bathroom. I'll wash my hands. Some people just don't wash their hands. Okay, that's a whole thing. But like literally, after I use the bathroom and wash my hands, I go into my prayer closet, and I always have this thought like, oh my gosh, I cannot come before God with you're going to the wash basin. Yes, you're in the tabernacle. I'm in the tabernacle. That's literally what I feel like. I'm like, let me wash my hands because I'm not going to disrespect the Lord. So churchy. So then but on a side note, like, the stuff that's coming out of your body in the bathroom is toxins. That's why it's coming out of you. Like, wash your freaking hands. No, even in your house. Like, I might come over there. I don't want to touch your pee. Literally. Residue. I don't get it. So I go, I pray, I read my Bible and just, give my day to God. And then I go to the office. I have an office in my house like you guys do. And I work. I have like a team powwow with everybody to set the tone for the week. And then I just have meetings and your team is virtual. Everybody's remote. Yep. So I don't know. Office time. Yeah, I told a few of them, I'm like, we're going to have to move you all to a central location, but no, just messing. It's so nice to be able to do it remotely. It is. It really is. But you also miss like some of the togetherness of being in an office, but don't nobody really want to go into an office anymore. But so I meet with the team, and then Mondays are my meeting days, so based on what day it is, I do my work. And then typically I'm working at least usually until 5, unless it's, I'm done with everything. And then I'm cooking dinner. I mean, it's really similar to what you do, because you work, and then by the time you're finished, it's time for dinner. And usually, well, I'll be honest, I used to cook a lot more. But now that the kids are older, they're doing their own thing, and it feels like so much work to do just for two people. And Daniel, like, we eat out a lot, not fast food. We rarely eat fast food, but we eat, like, we love to go to Tzatzikis. We try to find, like, healthy. Side note, their lemon chicken I haven't tasted it. Oh, yes, I have. Yes, because you got it one time we went together. So good. It's good. Have you made that at home? Yes. It's easy to make. It's so easy. So good. It's literally chicken broth, rice, lemon juice, and chicken. It's good. And, some Greek seasoning. It's so good. Yeah. So, anyways, there, you can make the lemon chicken soup from tzatziki if you want to try it. Recipes. Yes. Sorry. No, you're fine. So we do go out to eat, like, and let me backtrack, like, for lunch, like, I'm like you. Like, if I skip breakfast, then it's about 10 or 11 when I get it. Sometimes I'll try to get it, like, right before I get in the office, but sometimes I'm so eager to get in because I'm like, we've got stuff to do that I skip it. But then there's some days where I'm like, I make a breakfast. Daniel says it's his favorite breakfast ever, which makes me feel good. I just scramble up like some eggs, and then I do avocado toast, and it is really good. So that's usually our breakfast.
Yep.
And then lunch, it just depends if we like I'll do a shake a lot of times. I'll just make me a shake, and then for dinner. So getting back to the dinner part, I don't cook as much as I did when they were little, and we also order. Did I get you onto that factor yet? Did you try it
yes.
yet?
Yeah.
You tried it?
The meal.
Yeah, I didn't know if you tried it. We still do that too.
Yeah.
Like last night I had a class, so I didn't cook. They went and grabbed something, and then after class I just warmed up one of the factors, and I mean they're good. So
They're good.
We do that right
well,
now.
also just a little glimpse into your business. A lot of the times I feel like when you guys eat out, it's
it's a
part of your business.
Yeah.
So
yeah, a lot of times it is. It's a mystery shop, so it's free food. Yeah. That's hard to pass up.
yeah.
But yeah, so that's a day on my work days. And then on my off days, Tuesdays and Thursdays, usually we're going to the gym. Daniel keeps me active because without him, I don't gravitate towards
Physical
activity.
activity.
No. But he keeps me active. We'll go riding bikes. We'll go hiking. We'll go to the gym. We'll go whatever. And we try to spend time golfing. Oh, I love it. Not in this weather when it's hot, but like when it feels good. You golf, I'll ride in the car. We eat at the little country club lunch. I'm like, I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll do something like that. We'll just hang out together, or if we have like working on the house or something like that, or appointments. So Tuesdays and Thursdays are usually those days. And then the weekends, I mean, there's usually something with the kids. I'm telling you, between them and their boyfriends, it's like having 4 kids. Almost.
It's a whole social calendar.
It's like something like, hey, come to this, and this is happening, and I'm like, huh, what? Yeah. Like, I'm like, first off, we are really awesome parents because I never required my parents to do any of this stuff. Like,
no.
I'm like, this is awesome. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's like
it's
so different than how we grew up. And then Sundays, same as you. Like, if I'm wore out, I'm not going to church. I'm actually resting. But it is like we do go to church. And, Daniel, it's his favorite day of the week because he likes to, like, go to church, either go out to eat or come home and, like, grill out and get in the pool. Family day type of thing. Summer vibes. But, yeah, that's pretty much my week. It's pretty routine, but like I said, in different seasons,
I agree.
It looks a little bit
like
different.
For us, we do have seasons where it seems like in the spring and the fall, there's a little bit more intensity. We do get asked to speak at like industry events for financial advisors and things like that. And we sponsor a lot of events. And so it seems like the spring and the fall is when all of those are.
Yes.
And so there's a lot more like travel. And, sometimes the travel is to amazing places with great weather, like, San Diego. And sometimes it's other places.
I know. Let's not say the places we don't like.
That's maybe like, okay, well, that's not the most exciting place.
Right.
But Joe and I think you and Daniel are the same way. We just like traveling together.
Yes.
No matter where it is.
Yes.
We just like going on trip. There's just a little excitement about going on trip.
Do you all like ever kind of gallivant out wherever you're at? Do y'all drive around and like sightsee and stuff?
Yeah. It does depend on how much work we have to do when we're on a work trip.
Yeah.
But if we're exhausted, we'll get room service and enjoy the hotel.
Yeah.
But if we're there, like we went back in the spring, we went to San Diego for one of our clients' events that we were speaking at. And we went out like 2 days early. It was kind of cold here still, and the weather there was beautiful. We spent one whole day just walking around, going to a farmer's market, me pitching a little hissy fit because the place I wanted to eat brunch had a line around the building.
Aww.
But there was a farmer's market, so it was okay.
Yeah.
So we got crepes and, everything was fine.
Sounds like our Nashville trip.
It does, doesn't it? We just enjoy going on trips together. And it's so funny, though, because at the end of the day, we enjoy being at home too.
Yeah.
And so we're always glad to go on a trip, but we're always glad to come home.
And let me say, one thing we haven't mentioned, both of us spend a huge amount of time with our spouses.
Huge.
Like, how many couples do you know that are together, like...
It's 24 hours a day almost.
Yes.
When I go to the gym for spin class, he's obviously not with me. I try to get him to go, though, but he hasn't gone yet.
We should do a couple spin class. That would be hilarious.
Totally should do it. When we should get
fun.
the guys, like the biker shorts that have, like, the cushion built in for feet.
That would be hilarious.
We're doing this.
We can get them
If you guys are listening, we're doing this. But yeah, we're together so much. Yeah. Like, I really, we talked about in episode 1 about friendships and nurturing friendships. Yeah. I honestly use my friendships with my girlfriends that are here in town as ways to create space between
you and Joe,
myself and Joe. Yeah. Not because we don't want to be together, but because we are always together. This, I'll remind me about this when we get to the tips and tricks, because it's another code word thing. Okay. It all loops together.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have to create reasons to be away from each other, almost so that we can have something to talk about when we get back together.
Yeah, because if you're living the exact same life, you don't have much. And so that is true.
Yeah.
That is true. But we do. They're a big part of our day. We're a big part of their day. And I think it is important to note that our marriages are not perfect. We go nuts.
There's a short list of people that know when we're going nuts and not getting along. You're on the list. And it's just like, oh my gosh.
But it's going to happen when you're with somebody like all the time. You kind of, and working together with your spouse as well, it's a different world.
But I think that
I love it.
All the things that we've talked about and will continue to talk about on this podcast is the luxury of it all comes into being equipped with the tools that you need to always come back and smooth things out.
Yes.
When you have, especially like type A personalities, entrepreneurs, go-getters, there's a lot of drive, there's a lot of passion. You're going to run over each other.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
If you think it's not, then, go ahead and call the divorce lawyer now, because you're not going to last.
Yeah.
If you especially have two people who are working together, it's going to happen. And you just can't throw in the towel. You just take a time out, go to your separate corners, go sleep in the guest room, go take a nap in the guest room, go take a nap. That will make everything better. Eat pizza, sleep, and then make up, and it's all fine. So,
it's lux. It's definitely a luxury to work with your spouse and actually genuinely enjoy them.
And love them and be friends with them.
A lot of people are like, oh God, I don't want to be, I don't want to be bothered. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love my husband, and we do, you and Joe, it's just
we're best friends, and I think we even wanted to talk about this in episode 1 where we were talking about friendship, but it's a great time to bring it up. Like, he really is my best friend, but he's not my girlfriend,
right?
And so that's why I love my relationship with you or some of my other besties. I can say anything to him. He's going to listen.
Yeah.
But the problem is just sometimes he doesn't understand. He doesn't.
It's a girl. It's a woman thing.
He doesn't get it. And it's my mistake when I expect him to get it. Well, I don't get everything about being a guy.
Right.
I was having some times where I was clashing a lot with Will as he got into his, teenage years. And Joe even asked me, he was like, that's just teenage boy stuff. Like, don't you know about teenage boys? And I'm like, no, I really don't. I was really at a loss.
Yeah.
I have one brother. He was 6 years old when I moved out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was 7 when I got married. I didn't grow up with that boy.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of boyfriends when I was a teenager myself. Exactly. I got married when I was 18.
Right.
My boyfriends.
You had
I went straight to the grown man.
Yeah.
I don't know what teenage boys are like.
What is that YouTube video where they You know that YouTube video of the news where the guy's in the hood and he's like, I know when a little white girl runs to an old black man, she's in trouble. I'm sorry, but that's what that reminded me of. Like, I ran to a grown man. Girl.
Oh my gosh.
It's freaking
I gotta
hilarious.
look it up.
Okay.
But yeah, so I told him, I'm like, I don't know about teenage boys.
Yeah.
I've never even like lived in the house with one.
Yeah.
Seriously. So I don't get it, and he doesn't get things about me, and that's okay. I don't want him to be a woman.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't.
We want our men.
I want him to be manly.
Manly.
So I need to have my girls. So
Yeah.
I think working that in. We're talking about a day in the life. Working in time with your girlfriends, or if you're a guy, like working time in with your girlfriends.
Yeah, I think my husband's with his buddy now, and I like it. That's another thing. I don't know what our time is, but that's another thing. Is women who don't let their spouse. Oh, it can go either way. Who like, oh, I got to ask my wife.
Oh, that is some bull crap. That is.
Oh,
some
I got
bull
to ask
crap
my husband if you can hang out with somebody.
No.
And I'm like, and Daniel's telling, like, he's meeting a lot of guys here lately, like on the golf course, that he's telling me, he's like, they have to ask their wife for stuff. He's like, dude, our relationship is so, like, I want you to go hang out with your friends. Like,
listen, I say this.
It is a joy.
I've got 2 daddies, and they're both in heaven. Like, he is not my dad. I am not asking him anything like that. You know, I mean, I'm not saying not to be submissive.
No, just.
Or respect one another. Like, even with spending money, and we'll talk about this when we talk about finances.
Yeah.
But, like, look, you set an allowance of what you can spend without consulting each other.
Exactly.
I'm not going to call him and ask him if I can get a Starbucks. I'm not doing that. Now, if you're on a really tight budget, I understand. Know what your budget is. And I don't care if it's $4 that you're allowed to spend without consulting each other. Yeah. Girl, you better go spend $3.99 and don't you dare tell him one word about it. Yeah. It's about having that autonomy. And feeling like a grown person. Yeah. And I get it. Like, some people are better with money than others. Maybe there's trust issues. I know we don't have those problems and those challenges in our marriage. And so I understand that there can be trust issues. So every relationship is different. So I know I'm being like real assertive about what I'm saying. But we definitely are not advocates of controlling one another in a relationship. No. So if that's kind of the feeling that someone is having, you better do something about it. Yeah. I encourage, like, I will actually be like, you need to, like, go play poker with your friends. Like, but he still hardly does it. He's a homebody. I mean, he does like staying at home. So I'm just like, okay, I'm going out. I like to get out and go more anyway. But we have times where it's like, okay, we like to have our friends come over. Yeah. You know, everything doesn't have to be out. Sometimes you just need other people in your sanctuary to bring their love and
bring that
joy.
Good energy and mojo. Yeah. But I think it was just worth mentioning because we do spend a lot of our day with our spouses, and
for sure,
being able to work together, be our own person at the same time, because I don't think that being an entrepreneur, if you weren't able to kind of be your own person and you were tied down, I mean, it'd just be a mess. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, you've got to be able to navigate and make split decisions sometimes in an entrepreneurial lifestyle or a leadership lifestyle of any type. Yes. Yeah. And so being able to make decisions, like, get rid of indecisiveness. That's one thing. Get yourself into a place where you can be free and be independent. Yeah. And it always makes the relationships better anyway.
Yeah. Lux relationships.
For sure. So
go ahead.
Well, we were going to talk about the tips and tricks.
That's exactly what I was going to say. So you wanted me to remind you about the code?
Code words.
Code words.
So there's been several things that we've talked about that code words are great for, especially like relationship. If you have an entrepreneur spouse, or you're the entrepreneur, or you work together, I think this is just good for anybody, just to have a code word that is a quick way of saying what you're trying to say. Okay. Yeah. So when even talking about spending time together, spending time with friends, spending too much time together, and we know it. Like, we have literally been together 24 hours a day for the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Then Joe, he said this early on, and it just kind of stuck. He was like he has to have alone time a lot more than I do. I grew up in a house with 7 people, and we shared bedrooms. We had one bathroom at one house that we were in, right, when we were little, and I always shared a room. Like, we always had somebody around.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. I'm used to that. The older I get, the more I do like quiet time. It doesn't have to be alone time. Just quiet. Like, I don't care if you're here. Just like, don't talk to me right now.
That's funny.
You know, but he actually like needs alone time to where there's nobody in his presence. It's just how he restores his soul. And so he was explaining that to me early on, right? And I'm just moved out of a house with 7 people into a dorm with 100 girls.
Right.
And then into a house with this grown man that just wants alone time, like, way more than I have ever dreamed a person could have. And he said, Candace, honey, I just don't know any other way to say it except my Candace meter is like, it's just like full. Like,
that is hilarious.
We just need to like have some breathing room. There's nothing wrong. I just need some me time. And I was like, you hate me. Like, you don't even love me. You know, of course, I learned, I understood. And sometimes he forgets to use that code word these more recent years. But it's always worked for us. And so there's a couple of things we have. Like, we don't like surprises. As entrepreneurs, business owners, parents, especially parents of teenagers, there's lots of surprises. We don't like them.
No.
Not one bit.
Not those kind.
They're going to happen, and you're not going to be able to avoid it.
Right.
So if there is something that comes at us as a surprise that could have been avoided, we call that a right hook. Like, you just literally right hooked me out of nowhere. It was uncalled for. You should have told me about it, you know? So I'm like, God, that was like a right hook today.
Yeah.
He knows what I mean, or vice versa. And so I think having those code words in your everyday life, because we're talking about a day in the life, it can just make those routines a lot easier. Having code words with your team. I think you can even train your clients with code words, you know?
That's so good.
Have them with your kids. And I love it.
I love it.
So that's my tip. Did you have a tip or a trick for a daily routine?
I honestly think that was awesome. I'm going to let them soak in that tip
simmer.
For sure. Yes, it was great.
So we've made it through episode 3
episodes.
All right.
That's crazy.
If people want to subscribe to the podcast, they can do that wherever they listen to their podcasts. Subscribe. That way they see when we drop new episodes. They can go follow us on social media, whatever their favorite platform. The Lux Life Podcast. That's the handle everywhere.
The handle,
And then they can sign up for our email community on
theluxlifepodcast.com.
That's it.
Yep.
So that's all the housekeeping, right? We got it?
I think that's it.
That'll do us until episode 4. I can't wait.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
So we got to do our little special. This is to living Lux from the inside out. So until next time,
keep it Lux.